check out the cool intro and everything. What's up, everyone? Hope you're having a good day, morning, afternoon, evening, what have you. Just, ready for it. Oof, I tell ya. Oh, I gotta hold on, I'm gonna turn the fan on real quick. It's getting, it just finally turned into summer, basically. In Wisconsin here, quite literally just this last, like, week or weekend, I feel like, so,
Triss could not help Garrett, yet she did direct him to Kareem Tilly, an Oneromancer and an expert at finding the lost
yeah, so it's been warm,
Tilly, the Witcher
not like hot. I won't say it's been hot, because it hit, hit like the 80s yesterday. Oh, I just realized that's gonna be a problem. Get that balloon out of there. There we go. Highly professional, I know.
We can go at it here, or at my place. You choose.
White head like a miller's son.
Classy.
Not so rough.
Ooh. Oh. Aren't any guards? We're good. Sorry, I didn't mean to punch you. I didn't mean to almost punch you. I'm sorry. Alright. So yeah, so it only got over 80 degrees like once. 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Obviously, I only got over 80 degrees like once, but rain's been going through, and Wisconsin summers, they don't get really like super hot. Like, you're looking at 80s. Sometimes it'll creep into the 90s, but mostly it'll just stick with the 80s. But no, it gets humid, especially us because we're by a bay. So, so yeah, it definitely gets humid, and that is the worst. Hold on, I gotta. Oh, gotta love that. Hold on, I'm just, actually, you know what, I'll do this on my, I'll do that on my own time. No sense in taking time here. No sense in doing time here to do it. But yeah, so, alright, so I got 500 gold. So, it's been a weird week so far. So Monday was okay, but it's like yesterday and today, like, it's been weird. Like, I'll have stretches where, like, everything is calm, everything is quiet, it's like almost boring, and then just like super tense, stressful times. And not even like, I don't want to say like super tense, stressful, but, you know. I handle stress okay. I'll say I handle stress that, like, stress in the moment and then it goes away. So, like, if an event pops up that's a stressful event, I'm pretty good at working through it and then being able to move on. Like, and be okay once that like, event that caused me to be stressed is done. Prolonged stresses tend to be a little bit more grinding on me. I'll probably eat at me a little bit more than they should. Which honestly was part of the issue of what happened Monday night with the big heart-to-heart conversation. Not even big, but like heart-to-heart conversation I had with the wife. Because it was a matter of stuff kind of grinding on me, and it was taking a toll on stuff like communication, how I was communicating with her, and it wasn't great. So, oh, see, you're okay. Alright, I'm gonna try this guy again. But yeah, so, but other than that, hi cat. Mass Effect Monday. for those who didn't check it out, I recommend checking it out. You know, never mind that it took me almost an hour to get started because of technical difficulties.
Got the urge to play, have you?
But yeah, let's go again. We're gonna go a little bit more low stakes.
I believe I will plow your ass like a cheap horse.
I remember this very classy guy. Alright, so let's go. Let's get rid of the commander's horns. Add some Fighting Frost. Alright, let's go. Nilfgaard. Alright. I don't need 2 decoys. That's a good pull. Let's see. I probably won't even... That's a good pull, too. I got the clear weather, but I don't remember if this guy has any weathers in his deck or not. Could be problematic. Do I do this early, though? Yeah, why not? I'm still leading. I got that bad boy on myself. Alright, that's fine. You do that. Give yourself 2 more cards. You know what? I'll do it right back at you. I'm still winning. And I get 2 cards. Haha! Now what you gonna do? Yeah, now it gets tricky then, don't it? He's still gonna be 2 cards up on me. But if I can get him to... get him to overcommit. Okay, that's good. Bye, cat. Okay, I got him to use Scorch. But I do this. And I bring him right back. I think I'm gonna get him. Yeah, well, hey buddy. Yeah, so I'm probably missed it. Am I stuck? No, I'm not stuck. Just the previewer is stuck. That's annoying. That's gonna be weird to look at actually, so I'm gonna change that over real quick. I'm gonna go from staring at that to staring at that. That's much better. Even though that's on a slight delay, but whatever. Yeah, so I am in this is actually a storyline mission too, where one of the goals is to play Gwent with some random players. I'm in the middle of the first game, so we are currently 0-0. And he's actually I don't think I'm gonna get AI lucky this time. Because this guy's playing smart. I think he's actually doing the same thing I'm doing. But I'm currently 0-0. Yep, 0-0. But yes, I'm in a storyline mission where I have to play Gwent with some people at this, nightclub, pub kind of thing. So that is what I'm currently doing. I'm doing it to gain intel. let's see what he does. Okay. It's alright. So I will hold. Oh, and I really wish I had that other decoy, but. I just gotta hope he's not holding on to another Scorch. Because that would suck. Here, we're gonna do that. Which allow me to do. Let's do that. That may end up costing me. Yeah, no. Alright, so we're gonna may regret this. There. I think he would have played a weather card if he had it, so. Okay, so yep, so that's what I have left. Now I will use my leader card. Oh crap. He knows I'm gonna win. That's why he passed, because he knew I was gonna win. Two 2-0, baby.
I'll not play you anymore.
What?
You're bad luck. Go ruin someone else.
Look on the bright side. Unlucky at cards, lucky in
Cards,
love.
lucky in love. There you go. Got that going for you, buddy. Alright, so see? I gotta go play this guy over there. So yeah. I know, right? Don't know why he didn't play one of those, Biting Frosts or that Scorch again. He could have played that Scorch again, another Scorch card in his first round. And that totally would have screwed me over.
Best not cause any trouble at the inn.
But oh well.
May I join you?
I've never seen you here
Oh.
before.
Yep.
Never seen you here either.
You've clearly no notion who I am. Don't be clever with me. We don't like clever men around here.
Oh no.
How did you
Wanna
even
know,
learn
baby?
this place?
Men at the door let me in. Not good enough?
No. Preferable if someone vouched for you. Soon.
Uh-oh.
Until then, I'll have my eye on you.
We done
Let me just
talking?
play.
I'd like to play.
All right. Take a seat.
Alright, so let's go. Alright, so I'm gonna dump the Biting Frost again. Go back to the Commander's Horn. Alright. I forget how I get more leader cards. Yeah. Yeah, that was. I like that he was like, I'm gonna keep my eye on you. I don't trust you. But yeah, let's play cards. It's like, you either trust me or you don't. A lot of power here. Let's see. I'm good with that. Oh, monsters though. Crap. I hate monster decks. I hate monster decks when I don't play it, have weather. Especially because they do this. This is the whole cascade thing. Alright, cool. Off to a great start. Of course, I'm not losing any money. This is aggravating. But we'll make it work. This is where it gets troublesome. I think we're gonna let it go. What, Gwent? Let's see what you do, buddy. Oh, I hate when they do this. Alright, so yeah, because this is what they do. So then it stays out. His 4, so he starts off with a 4. He has 4 cards. He basically starts with a 1 card advantage, except I got Miss Yennefer. Actually, you know what? Let's go with that guy, then see what he does. Crap. Alright, so now we'll do leader card to see what his last 2 cards are. Crap. Yep, because the most I can get, let's see, 43. Alright, here we go. Alright, so we got 13. We got 23. She's going to get me to 30, and there's nothing that can get me any higher. Smoked. Not smoked. Okay, but now...
The luck.
I noticed.
Yeah.
May I?
I don't think, yeah, let's go.
Deal me in then.
Alright. Alright, so now once again, I got, alright, so get rid of the commanders. Alright, Biting Frost is the close combat, yep. So throw both of those in. Alright, so let's go. Alright, but that's okay. So if I'd known he was playing a monster deck, okay, that's overkill. Alright. Alright, so this should be problematic. We should be okay. Yeah, no, I mean, heck, I've been playing it this long for how long now, and I still don't know what I'm doing. So. There we go. Alright, now do that thing. I'm ready. It's really gonna be like this. He's really gonna do this. Yeah, there it is. Okay, and then... Oh, I did this wrong. God bless it. Alright. It's alright. Those two are gone. That's fine. Man, I screwed this up. I screwed this up bad. That's annoying. I don't know, it depends on what his other cards are. Because, I mean, at the most I can play, I get 11. If he's holding on to a Scorch, or he's holding on to... Okay, double the strength of close combat. Alright, so the... This is the computer playing. Alright, so now we do... Now we'll see what his last three cards are. Nope, can't win. Because that guy won't be affected by the... and he's got two catapult guys, so nope. Because that gets him 9. Oh yeah, because the double still takes effect anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they should be able to win from here. I hate playing... More so than any other deck, Super Sage. More so than any other deck, I hate playing against.
May I?
Yep.
I hate playing against monster decks. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's get some good draw. I know, 1 and 2, not great. But that's alright. Alright. I don't need 2 clear weathers. Yes! Clutch. It's fine, starting off just like before, NBD. Could be rough. That's not a good sign. Of course, it makes me wonder why he played that. Why he played that commander's horn when he wasn't even going to use it. Oh, this could get. This could get ugly. But now the good thing is he doesn't have his double the front line now. Okay, so now that drops them all down to 1. So now that should basically negate him. Son of a... So annoying. So annoying. Okay, so now we do... just to see what he has left. Okay, yep, okay, yep. God. Not... Nope, no asterisk. He trolled me. He trolled me is what he did. Well done. Throws controller. Tempting. I'm very tempted to. Ah, man, and that was 50 gold pieces too.
The luck.
I noticed.
Ah,
Never mind,
yeah,
let
yeah,
you-
yeah.
May I?
Alright, yep.
You again.
Yeah. Alright. We're gonna have to down the bet again.
Deal me in then.
Alright. Can't be going... Alright, well, we're gonna dump the decoys too. Alright. Okay. Alright, so let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of you. Not helpful. Okay, well, let's see. Tempting. But no, I have like, I think it only lets you up to a, like, bet up to a certain amount anyway, so I'd have to cap, I have to cap it at, I think, at 100. Alright. Okay. Maybe. Ah, crap, here comes the cascade. Alright. See, now here's the problem. Yeah, well, you know, I can only bet up to 100, and I have 500, but, he does that. So now I think, the problem is, if I get Frosty, he's still gonna be up, there, 2, 4, 6, 8, 18 to my 4. Now, granted, I have 2 guys that are going to be unharmed by that. But it's still going to put me, because the Commander's Horn's still going to double those guys even though they drop down to 1. So it's still going to put me 18 to 4. So I'm going to have to do that, plus play at least 2 more cards to get ahead of him. So that's going to put me down to my last 3 cards, and he just might end up passing anyway. Because that's the point of the monsters deck, is to give yourself a card advantage early on by just being able to dump characters from your deck out onto the field. And then make your opponent have to use more cards than you to either they pass and you get a round win to go ahead, or they use cards to get a round ahead of you, and then you just catch up because you have more cards in your hand. So, like I said, I go Frosty. It's gonna put me, like I said, it's gonna put me down 18 to 4. My gut tells me even if I do that, even if I go Frosty, he's gonna pass. Knowing that I'm gonna have to probably play at least 2 cards to beat him this round. So that'd put me down, like I said, that would put me down to 3 cards left to his 7. I would only be up 1 round, and I'd be up 1 round, but he would have 7 cards plus his random monster that's left out there. So, I'm gonna make a calculated risk. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pass. Hope that the random that's left isn't the special card, and just hope I can sneak a win or 2 from him. Because all I have left at this point are either siege or close combat that's not going to be impacted by frost. So. That's smart. Because he still at least gets that 5 back. Not bad. Hate that. Alright, so now it puts him up 2 cards. And essentially 3 cards because his 1 still stays out there. That's right, keep stacking. That's fine, keep stacking them. I don't mind. And he already used his commander's horn, or his leader ability. I'm just gonna keep plugging away, don't mind me, do. This is so great. Alright, so now I will do the leader card. Alright, see what he's got. That could be problematic, because he can nuke my 10 and my 6. Alright, I just gotta hope what I have left is enough. Oh yeah, okay, I'm good. Yeah, no, he's got no clear weather. Even if he nukes my 10 and my 6, that's gonna drop me down to 25, I will still win. Oh, that was stressful.
I win.
Whew.
Don't you think I know that?
Really?
Want a rematch?
What whip? You've left me high and dry. I'll not bet half a crown more.
He just took like 100 crown from me. I only took 25 from him.
Get in good hands.
Luck of the draw today.
You might make better use of that luck then. We've a room for specially selected upstairs. Really big stakes there.
2 and 3.
If that's the case, I accept the invitation.
Come with me.
Alright. Let's see. It's gonna be a trap. Yep, it's a trap.
Private room for the chosen few. No one will disturb you here.
Doesn't look too cozy. Not a comfortable place to play cards. Someone less trusting might take it for an interrogation room.
Junior doesn't believe in miracles. This is where cheats learn just how much he dislikes being robbed.
Oh,
Word
you're
him
gonna...
over. Once you're done, wrap a nice thick chain around his legs and drop him in the pontar.
Oh, guys, this is not gonna go well for you. Oh. Oh, jeez. Ow. Oh, God. Son of a bitch. got stakes. Gotta love them. Damn, those guys were tougher than I thought they'd be. Plus, I was in a very confined room, and I kind of forgot what buttons did what. It's been like a week since I've played.
Getting good hand.
Yeah, skip that,
You
skip
might
that,
leave a
skip
room.
that, skip that. Really big stakes.
If that's the case,
Come with me.
Yep, let's go. You're gonna take me
Private
up.
room.
all
There we
right.
go.
Tired of this.
So, you've come to kill.
Takes a real genius to notice. Where is he?
That's him, and he needn't survive.
Alright, so. Ow, ow, ow! You. Jesus! Ugh! Yeah, double F. Alright. That's annoying. I got cornered.
Getting good.
Alright,
You
skip,
might leave a
skip,
room.
skip, skip, skip.
If
Sounds
that's-
interesting. Skip, skip, skip.
Right.
Skip, 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 skip. Alright, yeah.
Doesn't
I'll go with that one.
sound
'cause
This is where. Work him over.
There we go. That's what I wanted. Ow, come on. Ow, come on. Ow! God! I don't like fighting in confined rooms. What I need to do is stop trying to roll so much. That's my problem. Because I'm used to, like, wide open areas where I can just roll. Like, oh no, roll out of the way. No, I gotta use my deflect more.
Getting.
Look,
You
Yeah,
might leave a room.
yeah, sounds interesting. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
doesn't sound
Yep,
genius.
interrogation, I'm a cheater, work me over.
It's not too late to surrender.
Okay, alright. Alright. Alright, there's one. Alright, come on. Cute. There we go.
Hey, can you hear me?
Hold on. I gotta loot some bodies first. There we go. Oh, list of debtors. Rico! Exclamation point. Is that like Rico Suave? Okay. Alright, let's go talk to this halfling. What's up, buddy?
You
Oh, talk to
alive?
Rico. It must be Rico.
Don't finish me.
Don't intend to.
Shit, those cocksuckers got me good.
That's alright. I got you.
Will you free me?
I mean, yeah.
You're not hurt all that bad. Let's talk first. Why are you here?
What's it look like? Came in to sit and think. God. All right. Clever and tough's not working for me. They took me for one of Bedlam's marks.
Clever and tough. That's
Are you?
not a good look for you, buddy, but that's a good try, though.
Kinda. Yeah.
So what have you kinda...
Kind of learned.
Paulson's working hand in glove with the Redemption. I don't know the details, but he's on their side. And that's all I know.
Take care of yourself.
Thanks. God. I'll lay low until things settle down. Bedlam will learn you help.
Probably smart.
See ya. He's sure to reward you.
Got it, buddy. There we go. Now. Because we know who saves. 7 experience points for that. That fight was a lot harder than it needed to be, so I feel like I should have gotten more than 7 experience points for that. But whatever, it's fine. I'm not complaining. Alright, we go loot. Loot. Oh, didn't do that, but whatever, it's fine. She asked him who he was, because I could have seen his name as Rico, and I said, hey, you're on the list of debtors.
Bad idea.
What's up, fellas? There we go. See? That's how that first fight should have gone. There we go. Fight them. I'll fight them on the stairs. Alright, you want some too? You guys let me know when, See? I feel like I should be getting a lot more than 7 experience points for this mission, because this is tougher than I expected it to be. Just pointing that out. Also really impressive how they got everyone cleared out of here. Oh, just a bunch of cards. Can I take people's cards? Gotta make my decks bigger. Hello? Can I take your Gwent deck? I need it. Hello? Alright, who's left? Oh, just you? You're cute. You're also wearing no pants. This place I worked so hard to like infiltrate quietly. Huh. You know what? Well, because he's sneaking out behind me. That's what he's doing. He's like, I didn't do anything. Like, that guy with the white hair, he just went nuts. Look, pretty interesting that they, you know, they aren't completely ruthless. They said they allowed extensions, they gave out warnings. You know, not bad. Let's see there, Rico made it out. Never to be seen or heard from again. Alright. Alright, now we go tech to...
Giving me no choice.
What's up, fellas? Alright. Come on. Come on. God, I see it every time, and it still just blows my mind. It's just like, and I'm gonna chop you completely in half. I know, right? Oh my god, right. Yeah, just, hey, you know, you can always say, like, they were beating me up. Oh, I mean, he seemed like a clever guy, you know, and like, oh, they beat me up, they taught me my lesson, they were gonna let me free, then this white-haired guy came in and just, like, I'm out. Plus, they don't need to know that Rico was up in the basement. He could have been like, I was hiding behind a table, I was hiding under a chair, I was hiding behind the bar, I heard cutting, and I got out. Quick meditation. Like, he could have made his way out, no problem, especially since he's a halfling. But like, holy cow, that last bandit, fellas.
Got a problem?
He met an untimely end. Very untimely. Yeah, whatever. Alright. I kind of like how I lit that fire. Classic. Classic. Alright. Oop. I'll take that. Alright. Excuse me. A god to talk to. Alright.
Got a minute?
I do. What do you want?
Everything. Alright.
Wiley, Orson Jr. He's working with Radovid.
Huh? If this is reliable information, Forson's neck deep in shit.
Deep in shit.
Source seems reliable.
It would certainly explain how he had the nerve to break with the Big Four.
Need someone who can get me in to see Junior. You must still have some contacts among the Redanians.
I don't.
Yeah?
But you do.
Enlighten me.
Wait, what?
Sumerian, former commander of the Blue Stripes. Ring a bell?
Vernon Roach.
He's holed up with his men in a camp near Oxenford. Pay him a visit. You're sure to cheer him up at least.
Alright. Jeez, all of this. Alright. Do. Alright, so let's see what's going on. Alright. Is there any secondary? Oh! Look at that. I'll do that first. A little level 9 quest, but sure to at least get some money, which will offset the losses I had playing Gwent. Ugh. Cracks me up, man. So, hope you're having a good week. I'm just running. Things are going well in your household, in your world. Gotta be excited for weather getting warmer and more opportunities for you guys to get out in the house and like actually go and do stuff. It's exciting, I feel like.
Stocking all. No need. Very.
Yeah.
Let me have a look.
Alright, time to sell stuff. Oh, you don't have a lot of money. Crap. I will take the last of your money, though. And I guess... 'cause I'm really just buying stuff to make room. There you go. Sell. Sell that shirt. Sell. Sell. Ah, jeez. Fine. I'll buy the fish. Sell. Honestly, all I'm doing is doing this just to get room. Okay. I probably oversold then, but that's fine. Gotta keep that. I suppose I can sell that. So I lose. Oh, that's just because it has the enhance on there. Oh, that's exciting. I'm glad. Good for him. Good for her. Yeah. All right.
Bye.
Later. Later. That is a holy cow. That is a cool looking sword. Almost level 17. I don't. Okay, so that's. Let me check. Crafting. That's what I need. Alright, so let's check swords. Steel sword. Okay, so I can get that at level 17, which I'm pretty close to getting. And that does... Alright, so... Alright, so I don't want to... So what I don't want to do is dump my best relics in here. So let's see. Okay. Let's just make this a super bleeder. Here, we'll make it a super bleeder sword. Super bleeder sword. Yeah, that's always fun.
The best. Very.
Let me have a look.
Abby, Toby has a hard time doing that because regrettably we end up
Bye.
we end up going to parks mostly for Abby's sake. She's made a couple. She's always good about, you know, finding kids to play with. Oh, there we go. Yep, that's where I needed to go. Alright, I need to get here. So I can go here. I can finally stash that. So I lose a bunch of resistances, but I gain armor, I gain vitality. I lose sign intensity. And I lose... Oh no. So I gain a bunch of... So I lose sign intensity and resistance to damage from monsters, but I gain vitality, more armor, and higher resistances. So yeah, that's a no-brainer. Alright. Okay. Drop all those in there. Okay. Alright. Whee! Bastard house. Let's go. Yeah. I used to say that all the time with Abby. No boys till she's 30.
Like a raw wound.
Yes, ma'am. It's me. Call me Raw Wound Geralt. let me go talk to the King of Beggars. How about... There we go. Come on, homie. Ow! Ow! There we go. That was close. Yeah, I used to say the same thing, but at the same time, at least with Abby, like, she's so damn friendly. She just talks to... She'll talk to anybody. So... Don't mind me, poor townsman. I'm just randomly breaking into your house. Alright, well, this is annoying. See... Yeah. So is it down here then? No? God darn it. I forget how to get to the King of Beggars. Is it... here? No? Am I really gonna... You know what? Screw it.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, come on. Yeah. Toby's kind of the same way. He like his classmates he's very cool with. But like put him anywhere else, he's very apprehensive about other kids, like you said. Is he up? I mean, I guess I'll try going up. I didn't think he was. But hey, you know, there's, you know, no rush with it. Actually, been meaning to ask about that a little bit. Do you, take that.
The plague.
Ugh. What's the,
What a bloody day.
what's the, what, if any, plan is there for, like, school? I mean, I doubt that I don't think she's old enough yet, but, like, kindergarten, you know, preschool, kindergartens, you know, just a couple years away for you guys.
A whole day wasted.
Greetings,
Oh, nice. Okay. And how are you guys feeling about that? I'm sure you're probably more okay with it than Courtney. The hell do I get to this guy? No, okay. Wait, maybe? No, this is gonna put me right through to, yep, that alley. Where I already killed a bunch of those dudes. How the hell? Okay, alright. I'm trying to remember. That's good. Okay, I'm glad that you guys are on the feeling confident about it. There we go. Alright.
Open up.
Let me in. Butthole. Oh, there's no one there. That's good. I mean, because getting that socializing with people with
Should pick your men more carefully.
around other kids and especially around adults, that's not you
Yeah,
guys.
he told me. And I told him to leave town. Most likely
Yeah,
promised I'd
sure.
reward you, didn't he?
So he said.
Take it.
Give me that money. How much did you give me? 5 experience. A sword. Ooh. And armor. Ooh. Yeah. Alright. Well, let's check out this sweet new gear I got. It's not as good as what I have. And not as good as what I just equipped. Yeah, it's alright. Alright. That's, yeah. Because that was the big thing for me, was always... Alright, where is it? Where's this camp he wants me to meet him at? All the butt way over there. Dope. Well... This is right in town, so I'm actually gonna do that first. Because that was the big thing for me with, not so much Toby, because Toby we kind of knew we were gonna do that, but more so Abby, was making sure that she got used to adults that weren't me and Sue's, and her being able to socialize, especially these days, because it's so hard to plan, like, play dates and stuff like that. And our neighborhood, I mean, our neighborhoods have always been sporadic, like, you know, the house we lived in northern Kentucky, we, to be honest, wouldn't have really wanted to like have her playing with them, because it was quasi sketchy area, not like super hardcore in the ghetto, but in the sketchy enough area that we're like, I don't know if we'd want her hanging out with kids around here. And then when we moved up here, all the neighbors we had, when we first moved in, it was basically all retirees.
Open up.
Okay, that's good. Alright, I'm glad. Yeah. Show me what you got to sell. Buy that, buy that, buy that. Anything here worth buying? Ooh. Oh, 904. Like, I'm not nowhere near this guy's. Jeez. How does this guy... Well, I guess he's... Oh my gosh, wait a minute, I've not saved in a minute. Holy cow, that was close. Ooh. Uh-oh. BRB. Oh, no, you don't. Oh, double no, you don't. There we go. So. About that. So yeah, I got the notification that the battery was running low.
Wouldn't mind a few rounds of cards.
So I turned it off to look for the other oh, jeez. Okay, well, we will turn this off now. See, this is the super... this is the super professional part of the stream. Yeah, so what basically just happened was I got the notification that the battery was dying, so I turned this one off to go get the other one, the other controller, and couldn't find it, so I decided to just swap out the rechargeable to throw in some AA's temporarily. So I'm sitting there ready to go, and then all of a sudden, there's this balloon. We have a helium balloon, because my kids love playing with balloons, that floated and hit the ceiling fan, so it just pop, 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 pop. So, anyway, that's right, I would have forgotten about that. Yeah, on the other hand, though, yes, that is definitely good. On the other hand, though, that's usually that's not for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, or however many, so... And I know it doesn't seem like you guys would be doing that anyway, but... Hey, what's up? Yeah, here, I'll show you. It just happened to float into my line of sight. Yeah, it was a balloon that we got as to celebrate for my daughter's dance recital she had a couple weeks ago, and both of my kids love balloons so much that yeah, it decided to. They stay in our household for an extended period of time, long past their normal shelf life. Yeah, yeah, it came with a nice bouquet of flowers too, because we didn't want to be those parents that didn't get our kids a balloon, didn't get her flowers for her first dance recital. All right, he's playing monsters. Oh, monsters! I should have kept. Well, this will probably get very ugly. We'll see. Yeah, yeah, she's a little dancer. She did, we set her up through, the YMCA at first. So she did the YMCA through, late summer of 2019, and then her recital, ironically enough, her recital was supposed to be in April of 2020, and then COVID happened, so it got pushed back while they were figuring out what we would be able to do, if anything. And that was just super basic ballet. And so this time around, we figured we'd sign her up for an actual dance studio. So she had she had full exposure to what an actual dance troupe would be like and stuff like that, and it was I think it was good for her. She seems to really like it. Enough so that we decided to sign her up for it again. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's going okay. Stressful night. Stressful because, the daughter had dance tonight, so it's always So it, crap, don't go too crazy. Son of a biscuit. Especially because, like, her dance is way earlier than what it used to be. So it's usually like, I get out of work, she gets off the bus. Oh, this is gonna get ugly. Yeah, I don't, let's see here, that's 27, 37, 43, and that's if he has absolutely, like, nothing left to play. Which I know he's got at least a 5-er. And we'll play it out, see what happens. But, so yeah, it's always a little fun. Plus, oh, that's just weak on his part. But you know what? Forget him. I'm gonna hold my dignity by winning at least this round. Moral victory. Yeah, congratulations, you won. That was poopy. Alright, well, you know what? That runs the record to 2 and 4, I believe, tonight. Awesome. Son of a gun. So it always makes for a bit of a stressful night, because it's like, you know, running around, and then, you know, 2 and 4. We'll get the next one. I think I'd beaten that guy already anyway, so it works out. Alright, and let's see here. So let's do a little meditation, because we're meeting her at midnight, so let's meditate till 8 p.m. Why not? Yeah, and it was also, I don't want to say made more complicated, but more stressful, because we went and gave my son his first ever haircut tonight. That was exciting. He did not do well with it. He ended up getting, I ended up getting a nice picture of him after his haircut. When we got home and he was able to calm down and relax and play. But when he was there getting his haircut, he wasn't like a thrasher, and he didn't like shove the person that was cutting his hair away. But he definitely was sitting there. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, she really likes it. But we also do soccer 2 nights a week. So she does dance and soccer at the same time. So that makes Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursday evenings a little adventurous, but we make it work. Yeah, first haircut. It was a pretty fun moment. Like I said, the funny thing was, because Abby had dance, so we got there late, like a couple minutes late. So he's sitting there, because my wife scheduled the appointment at this kids hair salon that specializes in giving kids haircuts. So he's sitting there in like this, barbershop chair that's like, like shaped like a train. He's got a lollipop in his hand, and he is just red-faced screaming, tears rolling down his face. Like I said, he's not like thrashing around, he's not like shoving hands away. He's just, it's like, it's like, in my head I was thinking that he was thinking, I'm letting you do this, but I'm letting you know that I protest to it. Because it's like his arm with that sucker in his hand did not move the entire time he was sitting there.
Storm, damn it.
Oh, dude, brilliant deduction holds. A little bit of time to kill. I guess I could walk around a little bit more. So it was. You can't help but laugh. I mean, because the one hand you feel bad because he's like clearly not having a good time with it, but on the other hand, it's like, dude, it's just a haircut. You'll be fine. But nah, but it was a little bit stressful for that, but that's been good. Stream's been alright. Just been hanging out. Basically was a mime protest. yeah, the stream's been good. Just chilling away, helping figure out what happened to our minstrel friend Dandelion. You know, and losing more games of Gwent than we're winning, but hey, still got 2 wins, and we're just hanging in there. Looting some random bags here. See if there's anything I can alchemist. Just mutagens. Is there a blacksmith? Okay, so I fast forward to make sure I can just hang out and stuff, and now I'm like, well, now I got time to kill. Ooh. It's like, now that I got time to kill, is there a way that I can... must have been from someone I killed a while ago. Eh, whatever. Free ham sandwich. I gotta admit, you know, I was kind of half joking when I was... oh, excuse me. I gotta admit, I was kind of half joking when I was, because I got really kind of excited that I had a command. I now have a command in Maria's stream. It's kind of you know, I don't know if it's silly to be like, you know, excited for that, but it's just really interesting that, like, you know, I just randomly stumbled into her stream a couple weeks ago. Just because I saw that she was at the time I was just looking for people that streamed Witcher. Because, you know, this is my hashtag Witcher Wednesdays, and I was like, you know, does anybody else stream it besides me? So yeah, and so I just stumbled into hers, and she seemed really chill and really fun, you know, really fun, and it was an engaging chat too, and she engaged with them. So I was like, you know, let's just hang out for a little bit. Yeah, that's totally what it is. It's like I feel a part of something. You know, I feel a part of something, which is kind of, I don't know, silly to think about, but it was a pretty cool moment. Best thing, best early birthday present I could ask for. So yeah, so yeah, and it's just really cool how, like, everybody that's been, so it's been really cool how everybody, not only in the stream chat itself, but in the Discord, have been, like, super chill, super inclusive. Everybody's encouraging. Everybody's helpful in terms of, you know, stuff to talk about, and, you know, if you're having a rough day, everyone's like, oh, what's going on? Let's talk about it. Yeah, the 26th, so that'll be next Wednesday. Math, 2 + 3 = next Wednesday. Yep. So next Wednesday will be a very special hashtag Witcher Wednesday, because I'll be celebrating my birthday. And I think by the time stream starts, I would have been 37 already, because I'm pretty sure I was born like late morning, early afternoon. Pretty sure. So yeah. It's cool. Man, I still have like 2 in-game hours until I have to meet. I'm meeting Triss here. With all the, especially with all these, I tell you, these girls. Well, that day probably not, because like I said, you know, we have dance every night. So probably, you know, probably won't do anything special in terms of like dinner or anything like that, because, you know, 2 young kids, it's hard to, 2 young kids that have not been to a actual restaurant in over a year because of COVID. One has forgotten how to act at a restaurant. The other one doesn't know how to act at a restaurant. It is now big enough where you can't just strap them in a high chair and move on. I know. Those working girls, like, it is, like, in the middle of a downpour, and they are still working. Props to them. You know, in this game, in this world, girls gotta make money, and hey, as long as there's drunk guys hanging out in the middle of the night, even in a rainstorm, they'll be working girls. Props to them. Yeah, yeah, because, you know, I mean, we weren't like, let's go to a restaurant every night type of family, but, you know, once every couple weeks we would go to, you know, Buffalo Wild Wings to get wings, because Abby loves, she calls it just chicken and french fries. She loves Buffalo Wild Wings. You know, so like every couple weeks, once a month, we would go to a restaurant. And then we have not gone since then. And the last time we took Toby to a restaurant, we could still just carry him in a carrier and just slap him down on the carrier thing and just give him a bottle if he was hungry. So, yeah, so he's not learned restaurant etiquette. So, so because of that, and because of dance, I probably won't do anything special that night. I did take Friday the 28th off of work, so that will be probably a lot of, because the wife will be working, because she finally started her new full-time job, thank God. I also like that they don't call them, they call them strumpets. Like, they don't say woman of the night, or, because they have whore sons, but they don't call them whores. Nope, they call them strumpets. Props to them. Yep, greetings to you too. Well, thank you, I appreciate it. So yeah, so that Friday will probably be, because the wife's working, Abby will still be in school, because her school is closed on Monday for Memorial Day, and Toby will still be in daycare. So yeah, it'll probably be maybe work on some projects around the house. Otherwise, planting my butt on the couch right over there. Maybe I'll wheel the ghetto office chair over here, my de facto gaming chair. Oh, God. Oh, earthquake. And play games. Because I won't be able to sleep in, because I gotta make sure Abby gets on the school bus. So it's not like I can even really sleep in. So just be up early, maybe work on some house projects, otherwise just do nothing. Which is what I really enjoy doing on my time off. You know, 30 didn't really bother me. I'm really excited this year because I finally, and it really just hit me like a month ago, maybe like 2 months ago. I finally get to use the. I'm 37. I'm not old. From Monty Python: The Holy Grail, and I'm gonna spam that on all my social media all day on Wednesday, and probably at least once a week until my next birthday. Maybe not once a week, that'd probably be a little extreme, but maybe once a month. Yeah, 30 didn't bother me. I like the idea that time is just a human concept. I mean, it truly is, but on the other hand, biology tells us that we get older. I mean, just we as humans assign numbers to that, but our body lets us know, hey, you can't do the things that you used to do. What gets me, yeah, and there's that, absolutely. What hits me, though, is the, by the way, good job, good use of yada yada yada. Very impressive. I do love me some Men in Tights. Oh yeah, I definitely. Yeah, the witch scene is great. If she weighs the same as the duck, she's made of wood and therefore a witch. Best part about that scene is when they go to measure her and she does weigh the same as the duck, and she's like, "It's a fair cut." It's like, those guys were like so far ahead of their time. For comedy and whatnot, they're just great. Men in Tights, I really like. I can't quote it probably as well as you. But it is. I definitely do enjoy it a lot. I have a special attachment to Holy Grail because a buddy of mine and I quasi-convinced our English teacher my sophomore year of high school to do Monty Python the Holy Grail, to play it for the class as a part of a study of like English history and like medieval history. I'm pretty sure the English teacher and the two of us were the only ones laughing. Everyone else was just super confused. 'Cause it's great. It's a funny movie if you like understand and appreciate that. Otherwise, it just goes right over your head and it's just weird as hell. But yeah, that the whole I'm 37, I'm not old. He's like, old woman, man. Sorry. I'm 37. 37, I'm not old. Well, I can't just call you man. You called me David. I didn't know you were called David. You didn't find out, did you? Come see the violence it had in the system. Help, help, I'm being repressed. Did you see that? Did you see him oppressing me? It's like I told you. Oh, that movie is so great. Definitely top 15 comedies of all time. I'd put it in my top 10. Some people may not put it there. I definitely put it in my top 10. Definitely top 15. What's up, buddy? Okay, so then I guess that, yeah, well, I mean, it was tied to, well, now I gotta pause because I'm about to go into this, and now we're having a conversation. By the way, Dark, you totally wandered into a very deep philosophical conversation, so I hope you're ready for that. In between feedings of the kiddo. I mean, if you think about it, part of it is due to, I mean, especially in Europe, it's all tied to, lords claiming certain parts of the land, and then those lords going under. You do wander, that's for sure. It all ties to, well, this lord lorded over this plot of land, and then he swore fealty to this other lord. So then when those guys combine, then they're in their area. So yeah, there is some sense of we just drew up these imaginary, hundreds of years ago, people drew up these imaginary lines, but they were based on what that person, what area of land that person owned. Yes, it was very good, but yeah. So then I'm guessing if you watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier, you probably would have sided with the Flag Smashers then. Just do away with borders and everything. One world, one people, one world. Maybe not doing it the exactly. Yeah, it just they drew up where they could they drew it up based on what they had in front of them, basically. I will agree with you though that it's important to travel because you gain. I mean, you can like where you live. You can love where you live. I love where I live most of the time. But traveling gives you a perspective that you miss out on if you just don't travel anywhere. Like even traveling to like a big city, like there's a. I live in a big. I live in a. I won't. It's not a big city. It's a city. An hour and a half drive gets me to a fairly large city, and a 3-hour drive gets me to Chicago. So just even doing a trip like that, even though you're not going very far, is giving you a totally different perspective on anything you know. And then if you especially do travel international, that gives you a way different perspective on how the world works, how things that you kind of, I don't want to say take for granted, but just assume is like, well, that's kind of the normal way. That's important. I mean, I feel very fortunate. Yeah, I feel very fortunate that I've lived in a bunch of different areas around the world, even though the around the world thing was when I was very little, so I didn't really have I couldn't really grasp where I was and what I was doing. Idea of person finds covering use fences or trails along go. Yeah. Oh, well, it's another thing about the whole nature versus nurture thing. To it very loosely, but like, if you were born and raised, like I know people around here, that their grandparents, sometimes even their great-grandparents, their great-grandparents bought a house. They had their grandparents lived in the house, took it over from their great-grandparents. Their grandparents passed on to their parents, and their parents passed on to them. They plan on passing on to their kids when they have kids. Like, yeah, exactly. Because you gain, especially with how social media works these days. This last year really kind of shoved it into my brain. On the one hand, about how many different perspectives people have on the world, and a lot of them are really good, and a lot of them aren't really good. In one hand, I feel bad because I found myself, especially last summer, I got myself off of Facebook, and I took like a 2 or 3 month break off of it because I was just getting dragged down by all the negativity I was finding. Excuse me. And then I came back to it, but then I started cutting out all the people that had opinions that I disagreed with. Not all of them. There's a few people that I'm still friends with that have opinions I disagree on. But it's with the way social media works these days, it's either we insulate ourselves in these bubbles of people that only agree with us and only agree with our viewpoints on things. And that can be good for you, maybe good for your mental health, but on the other hand, you lose your ability to talk to people who have different opinions and viewpoints than you do. Like there's so you gotta make sure you keep a healthy balance, and then but doing things like traveling international and whatnot it helped me, I should say, realize that like the things that I just auto assumed were the way you did things aren't the way you do things. So it's important to keep. I feel like it's important to be mindful that there's other viewpoints of the world and and other viewpoints of things, and be able to have conversations and discuss them while not putting anybody down or insulting their viewpoint and stuff like that, because that's the hardest thing to do, especially these days. It's the hardest thing to just say, well, you don't agree with me, so you're just wrong, or you're dumb for believing in that viewpoint. It's so easy to do that, but it's the most important thing. The most important thing to do is to get past that. But yeah, the nature versus nurture thing it's a concept I love and I've always been fascinated with it, especially in terms of like child rearing and how people grow up the way they grow up and stuff like that. So yeah, okay. Yeah, to take in contrasting viewpoints while understanding that having a discussion about said viewpoints doesn't make the other person like ignorant or dumb or whatever. Okay. Alright. Enough of that. Different ways of life. Different strokes for different folks, I believe is how the term goes.
Here. Listen.
Yeah, I've been here for like
Took
3
a look
hours.
At the building and it does not look good.
Mean it could use a bit of paint and spackle?
I can help out
it's
with
a
that.
damn fortress. High walls, guards at the gate, armed men everywhere. We could never sneak in, and fighting our way in won't work. Menga would have had plenty of time to escape.
I
What
can
do you
just.
suggest?
What do you got? You gonna portal us in?
Take these shackles. Put them on me.
Uh-oh. Sure.
Triss, sure you want to do this? Out here, with everyone watching.
You,
This might
Geralt,
come
you
as a surprise
stallion.
to you, but shackles do have uses outside of the bedroom. Think. Bring the hunters the vile Triss Marigold. They won't just open the gate for
Oh,
you. They're willing
Geralt,
to
you
let
sassy
put their
boy,
head on
you.
Menga personally.
No way. Too risky.
Dandelion's life's on the line. Series 2. No such thing as too risky.
This is true.
Triss, think about it. Really want to walk into the lion's den of your own free will?
Well, I mean,
and
you're
in
gonna
chains?
be there. I'm gonna be there to help her out.
No,
So
can't allow it.
come on now.
Nice of you to worry, but I've made my decision, and I won't change it.
That's fair. All right.
Let's say they take the bait. What then? We go in, I put a sword to Menga's throat and ask him where Dandelion is?
Might
That
not
sounds
work.
like a good plan to me.
Manga's scum, but you have to admit, death doesn't scare him.
Well, how
Always found
about
it
does he
annoying
need all of his
fanatics.
toes? Okay.
So we gotta trick him into talking. Any ideas?
Maybe tell him you have information about the lodge, or about Philippa. Even better, he hates her most of all. You'll think of something.
Oh, great.
Wait,
I want
I
to.
wanna thank you.
Come on, anyone would do this.
No.
Not
anyone.
anyone.
Stop. It doesn't befit a sorceress to blush.
Well, you know.
What about the treasure?
If we learn anything, great. If not,
Thought you need coin from Dijkstra to help the other mages.
true, I do. Lots of ways to get gold, though.
This is true.
not
I mean,
most
we
important
did go
thing.
and clear a warehouse full of rats to get money, so
Still got a bad feeling
let's
about
rock and
this.
roll.
But tough. Let's go.
Did he just tell himself tough? I've got a bad feeling about this, but tough. Toughen up, Geralt. I'm sorry. It's odd.
Geralt, remember, I can take care of myself.
What are you talking about?
The hunters. They won't treat me like a lady, but I'll survive. Might hurt a bit, but... Ciri, she's what matters. Do what you need to do, no matter what.
Thank you. I tend to say some things well, but as some of the people in this
I'm
chat can
just
attest
asking.
to,
All right?
I also have a way of flubbing up words very well.
Alright.
But, you know. Was that Strumpert to light her ass on fire in the background? Hope not. She needs all the assets she has. Nailed it. Boy!
What do you want?
Here for my reward.
What the hell for?
For a witch. Recognize who I got? It's Triss Marigold.
Marigold?
Didn't see her.
Come in there.
Should have been a dramatic de-hooding, I feel like, with that move. What's up? What's with the...
Well, well. Triss Marigold. Giving up drowners for sorceresses.
Pays better.
I don't know. You are very well spoken as well.
Pull the odd fisherman from his boat, but the witches.
So colored me very
they
impressed.
murder kings, scheme, start wars.
Don't forget
I'm a
turning
witcher.
your cow's milk sour straight out of the udder.
You're done jesting, Marigold. For good.
Yeah.
Put her in a cell.
You wanna go, guys?
Not so fast. I hand her over to Menga himself, or not at all.
You reckon we don't know what to do with this witch?
Let go, you bastard!
Vulgar tongue's got no place being in such a pretty mouth. I guess we'll have to rip it out.
Let's see here.
Try to loosen it if I were you. Might learn something interesting.
For instance.
Alright. Always lovely to chat. I'm sure I will see you tomorrow for his Thursday stream.
Where's Ileheart?
Appreciate the spams.
Thought I made myself clear. I'll only talk to Menga.
Menga don't talk to the likes of you.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
then you be sure to tell him I came by with my friend Marigold.
Fine, grab her and come with me. But be sure to stay right
Yeah. Alright, let's go. Those emotes up, going the wrong way. Alright, walking. We walking along. Oop, going upstairs. Boom, boom. Oh. Who said that? Who called me heathen? Drop you like third period French.
Here's where we split up. Go see Menga. Marigold will be next door.
You can't have her until I get...
You don't set the terms here. Dirk, you know what to do.
Alright,
You won't get a word out of me. Not you, not him.
He's got
Play
a
it
chin
tough, eh?
tattoo.
Just you wait. We'll take a fingernail or three. That ought to get you
Gotta
singing.
admit, I've seen a lot of different tattoos in my day.
Fine, take her. I'd rather she didn't interrupt my conversation. But hands off, don't touch her.
Why? Feel sorry.
Oh, she will do...
Couldn't give a shit about her. But if I don't get what I want from Menga, I'll want to sell her to someone else. Don't want you damaging
Yeah,
the goods.
or I'll fuck you up, I
Keen
swear to
nose
God.
for enterprise. You'd make a great madam. Don't you worry.
Thank you.
Mengrel give you your coin.
He just said I would be a great madam.
No torture till I get there. Got it?
Got it.
Yeah.
No torture.
What? The Horson's casting spells. Get him!
Shit. Well. Well, that's annoying. Ow. Okay, we're in trouble. Okay, this is not going well. Come on, how can I? Alright. Okay, this is annoying. I have no idea how I'm surviving this long. we go.
Come on, come closer.
Oh no! Jeez Louise. This has gotten really awkward really quick. Okay. I don't know what they're talking about, like... I'm taking... Come on. And she's not even hurting them. Man, come on. Oh, nice. Alright. There, clean. Hi, buddy. Ow. Ow, God. Ugh. That's annoying. I hope it doesn't pop me in right before that fight. Because I kind of want to redo that whole sequence again. It's probably going to, and that's going to be annoying. Come on. Come on, don't pop me in. God bless it. Alright, you know what? Alright, you know what? We're gonna... Okay. Let's see, we're gonna redo... Alright, so let's go from here. I feel bad.
Yet she did direct him to
I feel bad for doing this,
and an expert at
but I kind of want to redo that. Especially that's annoying knowing that, like, the guy's like, he's using spells, get him. Like, how could that guy, that low-level torturing guy, how could he figure out that I was casting spells on people? What the crap? I call shenanigans. Complete and utter shenanigans. We're just gonna retry that whole sequence.
Split up. Go see Menga. Marigold will be next door.
You can't have her until I get...
You don't set the terms.
Alright, so we're gonna try this again.
You know what to do.
You won't get a word out of me. Not you, not him.
Oh, play it tough, eh? Just you wait. We'll take a fingernail or three.
Yeah,
that ought
that.
to get you singing.
Alright, so no torturing.
Fine, take her. I'd rather she get into my conversation. But hands off, don't touch her.
Why? Feel sorry for the bitch?
No, couldn't give a
shit about her.
But if I don't get what I want from Menga,
badass
I want
line.
to sell her to someone else. Don't want you damaging the goods.
Keen nose for enterprise. You'd make
Still
a great
don't like
mother.
that he just basically
Don't
said
you
it'd be
worry.
good.
Menga will give you
Running
your
around.
coin, and Marigold will get what she deserves.
Alright.
Do what you want.
Come on, witch. Show you the wonders a pair of pliers can work. You'd be surprised.
Alright, fine. I don't like doing that, but apparently the thing I wanted to do, caused us to have to fight everybody. And I don't want to do that. Especially since I'm trying to get information out of this guy.
I believe I told you not to let anyone in. Unless they had information concerning Philippa Eilhart. This witcher says he's got just that.
I do indeed.
Anyone can claim that.
We'll start with your pinky nail. Nah, let's go for your ring finger. This little piggy went to market.
This is gonna be hard to do.
But it's not that easy to bring us Triss Marigold. Is that who I hear? Well, I'll go see her shortly. But first,
Very interesting shot.
let us talk.
Just random bucket
Sit.
dripping.
Sit.
Alright. We'll sit. You'll tell me everything I need to know.
Have a drink, Witcher.
Sure. Why? Trusting you. I don't know why I'm trusting you, but I am. Because I'm a very trusting person.
Sidarian.
It's good stuff.
1261 vintage. Year of the massacre of Sintra.
Good stuff.
Stop squirming. This little piggy went home.
Please see why Miss Marigold squeals so convincingly. Perhaps she needs something. Hot irons, for instance.
Alright.
Speaking of metal, this goblet's silver. Making sure I'm not a Doppler.
Ah, it's immediately apparent.
Yeah, I mean, come on, you know who I am.
I find that refreshing. But to answer your question, one can never be too careful. You'll be surprised how many come here turn to rancid jelly as soon as they grip the goblet.
Got a silver sword on my back. That not
enough.
It proves nothing. Dopplers can change their bodies at will into materials that look and feel like silver as well. Materials
That's
that have
true.
none of silver's useful properties naturally.
See, you're an expert on Dopplers.
Yeah.
I'd expect a witcher of all things to understand the value of knowing.
I like that little head nod. Whether that's like interpreted.
He had roast beef.
That's just a. Alright.
This little piggy had none.
Now, let us talk shop. I shall pay you twice the usual reward for Marigold.
Awfully generous. Why?
Alright, this is gonna be super hard to do.
The emotional trauma it must entail. You deserve compensation.
Alright.
You seem well informed. So you have to know Triss betrayed me first.
Yeah.
Used me as a pawn in the Lodge's game. As I see it, she's getting what she deserves.
Be brave, dear. Just one more fingernail and we'll move on.
Keep it together, Geralt. Keep it together.
Wait. Ow! Bitch bit me. Ah, the bitch bites. Let's put a collar on her. Dimeritium ought to calm her down.
Oh.
You surprise me, Geralt. Perhaps we can deal.
Oh, it feels like such an asshole.
You know something about Philippa, but I wager you won't share this information for free. What do you want?
Oh, and they even said, like, she's gonna hurt me.
I'm looking for a treasure. Was Siggy Reuven's until recently.
Well. Furthering the cause of the Eternal.
Yeah, whatever.
Working for criminals on the other.
I work for whoever pays me.
Like a whore.
More or less.
Yeah.
Just offer a different range of services.
Yeah, there you
Where's
go.
The treasure?
Secure in a Kaviri bank. Far and safe from you. Far and safe from Reuven.
Got information about Philippa. Thought you might want to buy it.
I do. But not at any price.
Alright then. Free my friend Dandelion.
Right. So free Dandelion.
First you ask about a criminal's treasure.
Yeah,
Now
I
you want
do.
me to let loose
Because
a
he's my
blaspheming
friend.
degenerate. And here I had you for a man. That is a being of some moral principle.
No doubt we're cut from different cloth, but we don't have to agree on everything to make a deal.
This is
We
true.
need not agree any terms either. I could simply force you to tell me what you know about Philippa.
Doubt that. I really doubt that.
Whereas I'm a man of great faith. Guards! In here!
Well, okay. Alright. Well, that's annoying, so I end up having to fight all these guys anyway. Alright, come on, homie.
Well, how long you gonna make me wait?
Well, that's really annoying that I ended up dying to him anyway. Or ended up killing him anyway. It's just a matter of, do I do it like after he talks or before he talks? Oh my gosh! Ugh. Oh dear. Alright, come on. Yeah! There you go. That should take care of you. Yep, there we go. Alright.
Show me what you
I like that she's just out here. Like, I'm taking out two, three guys, and she's just out here mowing down everybody. Ow! Oh dear. Oh dear. Well. Alright, so I guess we're gonna. Alright, so we're gonna try this again. So instead of just auto loading, we're gonna try this conversation again.
And an expert at finding the lost and the missing.
Only
Guided
this
by
time,
Tilly, the Witcher had a dream.
I'm going
Syria
to ask about Dandelion right away.
Geralt now knew that to find
Since
Syria, he would
apparently
first need to find
asking about the treasure and Dandelion triggers him? I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. Alright. So, we gotta go through this conversation.
I believe I told you not to let anyone in.
Unless they had information concerning Philippa.
Alright, so we're gonna try this again.
This Witcher says he's got just that.
Anyone can claim that.
We'll start with your pinky nail. Nah, let's go for your ring finger. This little piggy.
This, I gotta admit, is a very, and I'm sure if I'd played the first two games and had like even more strongly bonded relationship with Triss, that this would be even harder to do. But
I'll go see her shortly.
It's getting very interesting shit.
First, let us talk. Sit.
Alright. Now I'm really wondering like how I get the conversation that I'm looking for. Alright. Why not?
Sidarian.
A 1261 vintage. Year
Good
of the
stuff.
Massacre of Sintra.
I know I said that before, but
This little piggy.
I especially like that torture guy had a chin tattoo. I've seen a lot of tattoos in my day. Not seen a chin tattoo ever.
Please see why Miss Marigold squeals so convincingly. Perhaps she needs something. Hot irons, for instance.
Speaking of metal, this goblet's silver. Making sure I'm not a doubler.
Ah, it's immediately apparent. A professional. I find that refreshing. But to answer your question, one can never be too careful. You'll be surprised how many.
I mean, that's fair. That's very fair.
As soon as they grip the
But what are you gonna do? There you go.
Still haven't paid me for the witch, yet your hunters are already torturing her.
What of it?
You're damaging goods you haven't paid for yet.
Yeah.
This
Come on.
little piggy had roast beef. This little piggy had.
Come on. Yeah.
Don't worry, you shan't leave empty-handed. I shall pay you twice the usual reward.
Alright, so
for
there's that.
Marigold.
Awfully generous. Why?
Well, you've turned in your lover. The emotional trauma it must entail. You deserve compensation.
Alright.
You seem well informed. So you have to know Triss betrayed me first. Used me as a pawn in the Lodge's game.
Oh, he knew. Like, he knows what he's saying. He knows what he's doing. Still hurts. She's probably...
Be brave, dear. Just one more fingernail and we'll move on to the other hand. This little piggy went...
Gotta admire that she lasted as long as she did.
Bitch bit me. Ah, the bitch bites. Let's put a collar on her. Dimeritium ought to calm her down.
You surprise me, Geralt. Perhaps we can deal after all.
Yep.
So, you
Yup.
know something about Philippa.
This is hard. This is
but
not
I
a great
wager you won't
conversation,
share
but
this
what are you gonna
information
do?
for free. What do you want in return?
Alright, so I don't ask about the treasure. I ask about Dandelion right away.
It's simple. Free Dandelion.
A degenerate bard for information about Philippa. Tempting offer, I admit, but I must say no. You see, I've a magnificent execution plan for Dandelion in Oxenford.
Oh, so he gave up his location.
And so forth. It should work wonders for the mores of the academic youth and townsfolk.
When's this morally instructive spectacle due to take place?
When I issue the order in person.
I like that he's just like telling him where this all is.
So sorry I cannot be of help. Perhaps we can agree different terms. But first, let's see how Miss Marigold fares. It's grown suspiciously quiet in there. Come.
Alright. Let's go check it out. Oh no! Uh-oh. See? I just had to do it right. How are your fingernails, by the way, Triss? Ooh. Oh dear.
They say where Dandelion is.
Yes, but... Triss.
To be fair, you did say you could handle anything. And you basically just gave me the green light to let you get tortured, so...
I should tend to your wounds.
No need. I'm fine.
With like blood spattered all over her face and like the 1,000-mile stare.
Should heal in time for my wedding.
I'm fine.
Sorry. Should have gotten you out sooner.
Don't apologize. I knew what I was signing up for.
How do I say this? That was just a bit premature.
What do you mean?
Manga said Dandelion's locked up on Temple Isle. Dungeon right under the temple. He was planning to execute him in Oxenford. Also said they'd only let Dandelion out of his cell once Manga gave the order, in person.
Shit. I'm sorry, Geralt.
It's alright. You have like...
When I saw him,
Yeah, no, it's all good.
After what they subjected you to, no need to explain.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
He'd never have agreed to help us.
No, he didn't
Even
agree
if
to help us.
I know. Let's not dwell on this. We should think about what to do next.
Dandelion's safe for now, though out of reach. We don't stand a chance of breaking him out. Temple Isle's impregnable, and Menga's not likely to order his transfer.
Unless...
Or anyone's for that matter.
Saw Manga burn a sheet of paper right before we came in here.
Could have been something on it that would have helped us. Too late now.
So there's no way you could recover the note?
Sadly, no. I'm a sorceress, not a miracle worker.
Damn.
Let's search his corpse.
Right.
Yeah.
Could find something that'll help us.
There you go. Search, search, search. Probably not going to be anything. She better not grab that with her bad hand.
Key in his pockets. Here. Nothing under his belt.
And she's just digging in there with like no fingernails.
What is it?
The key to a vault. Here. Give it to Dijkstra with my regards.
Okay. There we go. Cool.
Could you revive him?
Maybe. If I actually practiced black magic. Haven't sunken that low just yet.
Just figured I'd ask the question.
Dead ends.
Oh, nothing but dead ends.
Breaking Dandelion out's starting to look like our last option.
Geralt, you know me. I'm all for finding solutions.
Yeah,
I don't give up
I'm just
easily.
saying. Look,
But
all
in
I'm
this case,
saying
there's
is that
no
I'm just
hope.
saying.
Not a shred.
You know?
No one escapes the dungeons beneath the temple, and no one's ever been broken out.
Anyone actually tried?
They've tried, Geralt. I've tried, to be exact. Shortly before you arrived.
Okay. Well, if
It
you
almost
tried,
cost me my life.
and you almost died,
Manga's
let's scrap
the
that
only
then.
one who could have ordered Dandelion's release.
Yes.
Or someone.
who looks exactly
Oh,
like
I
you.
knew a Doppler, but I
A
killed him.
Doppler?
Mm-hmm. Your old friend Dudu Biberveld impersonated the halfling merchant. Dandelion claimed he seemed more real than the original. So much so, Vivaldi gave him a loan of several thousand crowns without batting an eye.
Yeah, except Dudu's in hiding right now. Priscilla might know something, though.
I knew that, and I knew a Doppler, but I killed him.
Listen, there is one other thing I wanted to talk about, but not here, not now. Come by when you have a moment.
Sure.
I'd appreciate it.
You know.
All right, we need to get out of here.
There we go. Can I, I guess she already looted him, so. Can I loot anything else in here? Nope. I will loot this. Take a doll. Yep, slaughter Sintra. Which makes sense if he was interested in. Read that. Cool. Alright, sneak out. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. That was easy enough.
This is where we split up. But first, let's burn this shack down.
Agreed. We've left
Okay,
too much
just to
evidence.
say, I guess we are gonna do
Yeah, but I also need to blow off some steam.
that. Okay. Just throwing a bomb. Gotta love it.
Thanks for your help, Geralt.
Don't mention it.
Okay. Right now. Okay. Cool. Now how the hell do I get out of here? Find a way out of the. Okay. Can we go up here? Oh, there we go. There we go up here. And then jump over. And then slide down. And I made it out. Yay, me! Made it out.
You there? Mr. Reuben wants a word.
Impatient
who are
old
you?
Bastard.
What?
Nothing. Be there soon.
Alan, never mind that guy just saw me blow out a wall.
Who do I spy? Why, it's Geralt of Rivia.
Will you stop following me already?
I will, soon as you tell me where my treasure is.
Me and Menge didn't see eye to eye.
How badly?
You see his house on fire?
I suppose that explains the smoke. My treasure's not in there, is it? Burning with the witch hunters.
Didn't see it anywhere, and 20 tons of gold is hard to miss.
You mean to say you've come to me empty-handed?
First
No.
off, you came to me. Second, I do have something in my hand. The key to a vault, found it on Menge.
A vault that I need to find on my own. You've not made things much easier for me. Give me that.
That's all you're gonna say? No wry remark, no scintillating joke.
You want a knee slapper? Fine, I'll tell you one. Ready? You lied to me. Again.
What?
You knew from the start who robbed me, but you didn't deign to share that information with me.
No, I didn't. But I did deign to help you find your treasure, so stop moaning.
I jest you not, Geralt. You abused my trust.
I can live with that.
This time, yes, you'll live. And now, time to settle things.
That a threat?
Quite the contrary. You helped me, Witcher. So in spite of everything, you've earned your reward.
Yay!
I know what happened to Dandelion.
Then take my coin. I always pay my debts, even to liars.
Alright. Thanks.
And a final humble plea. Don't try to fool me again. Ever.
That was like the most awkward, like... like, here's your money, ass hat. Man, just grinding. Alright, well, let's see what other possible side quests I can do. Ooh, Gwent! I need my Gwent counter. I'm gonna go play some... Oh, it's just a beggar. Alright, so now we'll see. Alright, Gwent counter, 2 and 4. On my way to being 3 and 4, because I'm gonna beat this elf from the Scoia'tael band. And it's gonna be glorious. I won't give in, till I'm victorious. Sorry. Did I shove them into a door? Whoops. Hey, stop it. I'm 2 and 4 tonight, thank you. And one of those wins was a 2-0 shutout. Yeah. Of course, those 3 losses came with me losing a ton of money, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how I won. That's what we're going to do. So, I'm going to need you to keep that negative attitude on the bench. Oh, there it is. That's a Fallout line. That's funny. Alright, where are you? Where are you? Is it you?
It's you. I'll never forget you. I must thank
Oh,
you.
that's right. I freed this guy from the cage.
Be glad to glance at what you're selling.
Yeah. Alright, so what do you got? Alright, so sell that. Selling anything worthwhile. Bunch of diagrams. Oh, some books. Books that... already read that one. That one, I guess I will gather up. Runestone, Runestone. Oh, dearie me! I didn't think anything was that expensive in this game. Who am I kidding? Of course, stuff would be expensive in this game. What's that? Something I cannot buy anyway. Oh well.
Buffalo.
Alright, so let's... Alright.
Greetings, Gwynblade.
Alright, let's play Gwent.
Play Gwent?
Do you really have no one else to play with?
That
It's
is
nice
rude.
To play someone new.
Fine. Beggars can't be choosers after all. I'll play you, and even stake one of my unique cards.
That will be mine.
Pull out your cards.
Gimme. Alright. Of course he's playing with Scoia'tael. Scoia'tael, I think they use a lot of, like, compounding people. Great. Alright, well. Alright, well, we'll see how well this goes. Yeah, they do a lot of that too. Problem is, unlike monster decks, where I can just lock on to. Not bad. You're good. But I'm better. Alright. Not bad. Ah, guess what? I can do that too. Of course. Crap. Alright, so this is what I'm gonna have to do. Because I only have 14 left. Are they gonna do me a favor? Nope. There we go. There we go, see? Congratulations, you won the first hand. But... oh! Wow. I want to look at that. Oh, it's just that it's a level 15. Okay. So let's do... what do you got left? Penetrable fog for ranged. Clear weather, and then a level up 6 points. Alright. So we'll use her. And that'll get me the win. And ha! You're gonna eat your words, buddy. He's even gonna hurt himself. There. All you got left? That's fine. I was gonna say, that's fine, because I still win. Ha! You take that back now.
Damn it all, I'd so hoped for victory. Alas, so be it.
Gimme. That's 3 and 4. Boom! Level 17. Now, did I get 25 experience? Oh no! Yes! Oh no. Yeah, buddy. Alright, now I want to look at my Gwent deck. Yes. That's what I'm talking about.
What was that?
Yeah, woot.
Winds howling.
I feel like I've earned a little bit more than a woot. I've earned a heck yeah, because I just got a level 5. I got a 15-point special card out of that. It's pretty damn good, lads, if you ask me. That is a pretty damn good, lads. let's do something stupid and run through the woods where there's wolves around. Ah, sign. I saw the sign. It opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Definitely gotta save. Without understanding. Nothing? Got my beautiful singing voice going on here. I'm hurt. I'm hurt. It opened up my eyes, I saw the sign. Oh, that's right. Okay, so let's go to... Alright, let's... Hippity hoppity bippity boppity. Boom. Alright, so now we running. Oh, feel a sneeze coming on. Wait. There it is. Ha 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 ha. You know what? I am certainly not the worst singer you've ever heard. And you know that. Because you know that there are certain people that we both know that are way worse singers than me. To Marion Patterson.
You've been here, you've been there.
Hello. Roach.
Looking for Roach.
No one here by that name. Anything else?
What are you doing?
I see. And behind you, that's a berry picker's camp?
We're, bird watchers.
Let me guess. That sword's in case you run into a hornbill.
No. Hornbills aren't endemic to this area. Don't migrate here either.
Ha
Gonna walk in the camp now.
Aye. Naturally.
And you're gonna go look for hornbills.
Aye. I'm going, indeed.
Alright.
You've been here, you've been there. So tell me.
Shaving their cunnies.
Geralt of Rivia. Safe and sound.
There you go.
Vernon Roach. Temeria's last hope.
Laugh all you want. Temeria will rise again.
Roach, I cannot abandon them.
What's up?
You can and must, because those are your orders.
They'll die, please.
We're done. Dismiss.
She seems to be showing unnecessary cleavage there. Like, just tie those up real quick. Get that under control. Come on now. What was that about?
What do you do here? On Scoia'tael?
You jest, right? Who cares about the Scoia'tael anymore? Temeria. That's what matters.
Fair.
How'd you wind up here?
Came with the army, of course. Its remnants. When Nilfgaard crossed the Yaruga, I dropped everything. Threw it all away to hell and rode for the front to fight the invader.
Joined
the Second Temerian Army under John Natalis. We were to stop the Black One's advance along the Dol Blathana Mount Carbon line.
Noble. Probably didn't go well.
And we did. For 3 days. Then they smashed us into splinters.
Sorry to hear that, buddy.
Soon after, I heard Radovid was assembling his forces near Novigrad. That he'd promised to fight for a free north. Broke through with the remains of Natalis' army, but...
Well,
Radovid
you know.
proved no better than Emir. So I decided I would mount my own fight.
Looking for Whoreson Jr.
I've heard of him. Though I'm not sure why you think he might be in my camp.
Heard some birds chirping. You've got
Birds
some of the
chirping.
same friends. Both seem to count Radovid among your allies.
These birds. They're terribly talkative. I'll need to see them. You'll have to point them out.
Mm-hmm. Meantime, Vernon, willing to help or do I need to keep looking?
As always, you've more luck than you deserve. I'm on my way to meet my Redanian contact. We're meeting near Oxenford at a chess club.
Thanks. Knew I could count on you.
Here we go.
You and our commander.
Alright, do we have anybody here worth talking to?
Clumsy horse. You've been here, you've been there.
Now, witches, they can't reach the fox. Isn't that right?
Alright, why don't we go over here, talk to... Oh, she... Okay. Alright, so she's not here anymore. Okay, whatever. That's cool.
A witcher. Just what our band of merry men.
Yeah. Well, I'm not joining up with you guys. Jeez, man, he like ducked out. Oh, jeez, what am I doing? Why did you guys tell me? I forgot to use my... Alright, so my next is... Alright, so I get another slot at 18. Alright. I am not a fan of like this, like having to choose what abilities you have. I guess. I feel like that's the other one I use the most. I'm gonna ride along the road as opposed to through the woods. Oh, jeez Louise. God, why is it... Man, I tell you, dude. You will do everything you can. But when that kid of yours starts going to daycare and going to school, be prepared to be sick, like, once a month. Like, I felt like I just got over some kind of illness, and I'm right back here with a cough and a scratchy throat. It's like, come on. Seriously. Sure, part of me wants to say that it's just, you know, weather changes or whatnot, but I feel like it's just something that I got from schools.
My contact should be...
Slow now. Whoa.
Alright, what's up? What's up, Vernon?
Ready?
My contact awaits at the chess club. Let's get this over with.
Your contact.
Who is it?
Slippery little bugger.
Yeah, I know.
I'd have nothing to do with him. Were the circumstances any different?
Yeah, I know. And I was taking an immune booster for a while there, but...
Come on.
And that was helping, but then I stopped taking it because we ran out and I hadn't gotten a chance to take more. So yeah, definitely stock up on elderberries.
Something's not right.
Immune system boosters, multivitamins. Well, you should have. Well, you should have access to multivitamins and all that stuff. Would think. So you guys should be in healthy supply of that. Eep. He's wearing a crown. Should that be significant? Should I know who this person is that is wearing a crown and is oh so important?
Checkmate.
job.
They say it's the game of kings. That chess teaches one to think strategically.
Nice. It's good.
What a load
Smart.
of rubbish. Both sides have identical pieces. The rules stay invariably the same. How does this mirror real life? Witcher, do you know why I play chess?
'Cause you're bored.
For practice? To hone your thinking?
Maybe.
No.
Sure, I'll sit and play with you. Why not?
Chess to reveal the game's secret.
Which is...
Blood thumps inside these chessmen. You need only listen, and you will hear.
They're random pieces. Kind of odd.
Dub dub. Dub dub. A heart pumping with life.
Hope so.
I take a pawn, and I hear flesh being rent. I win a piece, and I hear screams from the depths of its bowels.
Alright, this dude is kind of messed up.
Break the chessmen open. Squeeze the truth from them.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
Sure.
Yes, sire. Believe I do.
Sure.
Shit. You're merely humoring me.
Yes, I am. Because you're kind of crazy.
I was not speaking
Nope.
literally.
Sorry, my cat's about to do something silly.
Truth.
No. No.
Luck is always surrounded by fools. Understand?
Come on.
I think I do now.
Unimportant. Let us speak. Why have you brought the Witcher here?
I think he'd best explain.
Yeah, I got stuff to ask about.
Expected a Redanian spy. Had no idea we'd be meeting a king.
When you've an opportunity to omit intermediaries, I'd suggest you avail yourself of it.
Fair.
I'm looking for Cyprian Wiley, Orson Jr. I know Redania supports him.
Why do you seek him?
It's personal.
Fair enough. I'll not pry. I have placed Junior in a mansion in Oxenfurt. Very few know this.
Well, I'm
They'll
glad
not
you
let
told
in
me that.
unannounced. Thus, you must tell them you've come about the new whores. Junior constantly requests fresh women. I hear he doesn't treat them well.
What an asshole. I mean, his name is Horson Jr., so...
I appreciate the gesture, Your Majesty.
A king should be severe towards his foes, generous to his friends. Apart from which, I'll expect you to return the favor.
Quid pro quo.
And also,
I guess.
Junior has lost his purpose. The Big Four is no more. I shall contact you to collect in due course. Now go.
Very nice of you.
And you,
Hey.
Roach. We must speak another time.
No. Alright, I know I'm gonna be done here in a little bit anyway, but I gotta stop my cat from being a jerk.
Radovid's sinking ever deeper into madness as I see it.
I know where to find Junior. Don't really care beyond that.
Go.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, I too wanted to...
Of course, everybody
I
wants
have
a favor of
terrible
me now.
problem with Vess.
Hey.
Need someone to talk
Hey.
some sense into her. Come see me at the camp. I'll tell you more.
Let me think about it. See you, Roach.
There you go. How far away is he? Oh, he's just right there. Shoot. Okay. Alright, so let's save. Hey! Stop it. Alright, well, I feel bad for I'm not saying I'm cutting it short. I'm cutting it short in terms of time because I got a little bit of a late start because the kids wanted to hang out and whatnot, but, well, the kid, I should say, not the kids, the kid. So, yeah. Appreciate everyone that hung out. Appreciate the engagement in the chat. That was fun. It's fun. You know, I like sitting here playing video games and chilling, but I also like engaging in very in-depth conversation, especially out of nowhere in-depth conversation. So it was a lot of fun. So, as always, give the Twitchers a follow. I believe I'm pointing in the right direction. I'm looking to make sure I'm pointing in the right direction. gesturing. I love the lag. You're fine, cat. I'm just waiting to make sure I'm pointing in the right direction. Hey, alright, cool. Alright, so, follow the Twitters. Try to get people to follow. I like people to come in and hang out, but I know it's, I don't want to say a weird time, but not a time that's conducive to a lot of people to be coming and hanging out. But still, if people want to at least come in and check out the channel, hey! People want to come in and at least check out the channel, give it a follow, watch some of the videos on demands, the previous streams, that would be cool. Or they can check out the YouTube channel as well. I want to get up to those 50 followers so I can do the stream awards and also hopefully get affiliated. Hopefully we'll get there sooner rather than later. So have a good night, day, morning, afternoon. As always, I'll see you on the flippity flop.